Darin Martinez.
Yeah.
You're a big horror fan, big sci-fi fan, filmmaker, screenwriter.
Yep.
And also a super producer.
Well, yeah.
Stand-up comedian.
Okay. All right. I'll take it.
And you brought in something that you wrote. How long ago was this? What age were you?
I was 12 years old.
12 years old,
this
preteen.
is exactly 20 years ago.
Okay, fantastic. And
So,
how can you describe this? In what way do you want to set this up?
Well, I used to write stories, and that's probably why I still do write stories, obviously. But I used to love filling up notebooks with tons of crap rather than what I was supposed to put in there, math problems and social studies and all that stuff. But anyway, so I found an old notebook because I knew it existed back when I was packing away some boxes. And I never thought I'd be reading any of this stuff out loud to anyone. So,
and neither did any of us.
Right.
That's what the beauty of this is.
Yeah.
These are things that were not expected to be shared with the masses.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So yeah, 12 years old. I actually wrote a bunch of these horror stories, and when I was 12, it was Goosebumps was very popular. So this is my own version, and it's called Moosedumps. Thanks, John. Book 3, Go Eat Germs. One day, two kids named John and David were both playing tricks on their friend Steve. Steve hated it. One time, John and David got the chicken pox, and they wanted to play a trick on Steve. So they all went out to a park and brought sandwiches with them. Steve didn't want...
Oh, jeez, come on. What's going
on? Sorry. Steve didn't care that John and David had the chicken pox because he had them already. So then at the park, Steve went on the tire swing. While he was on the tire swing, David and John scraped some chicken pox into Steve's sandwich. Then, when Steve got off the tire swing, he was hungry. He then ate the sandwich and died right on the spot. Now David and John are doing time in a federal prison for their murder. The end.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Yes.
Darin Martinez. Yeah. And what was the name of that one again?
Go Eat Germs.
Go Eat Germs.
Go Eat Germs.
Part of the Moosedumps series.
Yeah. And so I got another one. This one's a lot shorter. And this one's Book 4, Sheep Trouble. Sheep Trouble.
That's funny on its own.
One time, in fairy tale land, there was a pretty girl. Her name was Mary. She never got any boys to like her. Oh, yeah. And she had sheep. Once, she tried to get this guy to ask her out, and the sheeps gathered around him and ate him up. The end.
Okay, now Darin, when you wrote that, what was your goal, man? What were you thinking? Did you ever want to do anything with that?
I felt like I probably wanted to write a longer story, but I just gave up, and I was like, you know what? Let's end it right here.
Okay, but to write it to begin with, what were you thinking? This is going to be a series? Because you mentioned book 2, book 1.
Yeah, I always love comedic stuff, and I love Goosebumps when I was a kid. So this is my way of like parodying a lot of their stories, but with just ridiculous, stupid stuff that obviously wouldn't be in their stories.
Okay, well, very nice, caller.